Hello everyone, my name's Amanda and welcome to my little space. In today's video, we are going to kind of be doing like a part 2 of my desk setup video. So if you missed the previous video, I will leave it linked below. But I changed out a few things in my desk setup and I recorded it. And then slowly I've been changing out a few more things. So I thought I would record that too. First of all, I kind of added a bit of a background behind me at my desk. I had this empty bit of space. So I created more of a bookcase, place where I can store some of my hobby stuff and things like that, because a lot of these things I end up doing at my desk. I did record setting that up as a bit of a booktube video, so again that video is already up on my channel, but today we're jumping back to changing a few things on my actual desk, which was a little bit frustrating how much I had to take my desk apart, considering I had only done this a few weeks ago to add in the Alex drawers. So originally my desk was kind of a bit of a makeshift put together kind of thing. I'd had one desk and swapped the top of it out for the Ikea desktop, which is the green desktop you see in the video. I'm not 100% sure if this is still available. It is still available, but it's not available in this shade in the UK anyway. It's this really pretty sage green colour though, which I absolutely love. So I swapped that out first of all, and then took one of the sides off last video and added in the Alex drawers. And I really wanted to add in the Olov desk legs from Ikea at the same time, but they was out of stock. So finally they were back in stock in the UK or Ikea near me. So I finally got some and I wanted to switch those out. And I was hoping I would be able to take not too much of my desk apart to do this, but it turned out I had to pretty much take everything apart. I had to take the legs off, my monitor off, all the attachments that were on the surface of my desk, and then mess about with the risers that I have as well that was connecting the Alex drawers to my desktop. But it was worth it because these legs are a lot more sturdy than the setup I had going on, and I'm able to cable manage a little bit better as well. Another reason why I wanted these particular Olov legs from Ikea as well is because they're height adjustable. So I've always had my desk a little bit higher than what the standard desk is, which I think is around 70 centimeters. That's how high the Alex drawers are anyway. But as you see, I have those furniture risers between my Alex drawers and the desktop, which take it up to about 75 centimeters. So whatever legs I got, I needed them to be height adjustable, and these ones are super easy to do. So as you can see, you kind of just twist them and they unscrew, and then you can go up or down to whatever height you want, and then you screw them the opposite way to lock it in place, and it's really sturdy. So I popped one on and tested it all out before I come in and added the second one. Now they are really easy to apply, especially if you are adding them on to an Ikea desktop, because the holes are already pre-drilled for you. So you simply have to get your screws that come with the legs and pop them on. Obviously I had a little bit more faff to do because I had already half set up my desktop, but if you were doing this from scratch it would be super easy. So this is I really recommend this desktop setup anyway, with the Ikea desktop, the Alex drawers on one side and the Olov legs on the other side. If I had the longer length desktop, then I think I might go for Alex drawers both sides just for the storage, but if you don't need that, then these legs are a great combination. So first of all, you get the little round plate, you screw this in. This comes with the 5 screws that are needed, they're provided, which I thought was brilliant. I think these legs were £7.50 each, and they are also available in white or black, which is brilliant too. And then once you've got your plate screwed on to the desktop, you simply screw the desk leg into this. I did make sure that this was really tight and in place before I then played around with changing the height. So here you can see I'm just unscrewing that, getting it to the same height, and I'm using a spirit level just to check that everything is all the same height. This is great as well if you have a slightly uneven floor like I do, because it means that you can have one leg maybe slightly higher or lower than the other one, so that you get a super even desktop, which you can see I have achieved here, which I was quite proud of because I was worried that these were going to be a little bit of a faff. So I then had to annoyingly put everything back. So I went in first of all with my monitor arm, but before I added on the monitor arm, I kind of didn't like how I had this gap between my radiator and the wall. Now I mentioned in my previous video, I have my desk set up in the living room and it's kind of underneath where my stairs are, so it's a nice little cozy nook, but it is a little bit of an annoying space when you're working space wise anyway. Now the radiator is there, but we don't really use this radiator. At most it's put on low because we have another big radiator over on the other side of our living room, and I don't want to have this one on too high because it's quite close to my PC. But I wanted to have some shelving there so we could go right back and utilize that space where the gap is, where the radiator doesn't go right up to the wall. So I got these little picture shelves from Ikea and I've just popped them upside down over the top of the radiator for now, and that works perfectly. I haven't screwed them onto the wall just yet, as I do need to buy a third one so that it can go all the way along. I didn't measure up before going into Ikea, but it works as a great little space, and it adds a little shelf above the radiator so that it's just another little bit of surface really, whether it be for functional items or everyday items or even just some decorative pieces, which I'll probably use it for. So right now it is just resting on the top of the radiator, but I do plan on having it a little bit higher and screwed in so then it's level with my desk as well. Then it was time to come in and pop my monitor back on. Now I do love this monitor arm. It's just a cheap one from Amazon, but it's really easy. The plate, I don't know if all monitor arms are like this. This is the only one I've had, but the plate stays on your monitor, so if you do ever need to take your monitor off of the stand or the arm, it's really easy. You don't have to unscrew everything, it's just one screw and it slides off. And I do love as well that it comes with clips for cable managing as well, so I'm able to just run my cables through. I don't tend to move it backwards and forwards or up and down very much, but the cables are all managed, and as you can see it gets them off my desk and all looks quite neat. I did used to have this little Ikea spice rack shelf to the side of me, but I popped it under my monitor just so it hides some more of my wires that are coming through for keyboard, mouse, phone charger and things like that. Now on to the exciting part. I really wanted to add some lighting into my setup, but I didn't want to do it until I had finished the legs and things like that, so that I didn't have to sort of stick these on and then take them apart. But I just grabbed some cheap Govee strip lights. Now I say cheap, I think I got these on like Amazon Prime Day or something, and they was around, I want to say £13-14, which was really good because they were the same price as unbranded effectively strip lights that I've had before and have been really crap quality. These feel so much stronger, and I love the additional things, like for example they come with a plug, where all of the cheap ones I've had you have to provide your own USB plug, and two, they come with this little remote, so you can stick this on and then this powers them. You can change the lighting, and then it also has a sound thing, so you can get the lights to follow your sound, which I thought was quite cool. So I started off sticking these underneath my desk, and I couldn't believe how long they were. Again, I didn't measure up or nothing when I ordered these. I just went for the largest ones that was available, and my plan was just to simply go around under my desk. I was able to go around the top of my desk twice, which was kind of cool because it adds a lot more lighting, and then I think I was able to go down the back of my Alex drawers as well, so it gives off a little bit of a cool lighting effect there, which I really liked. And I love the fact that they're very easy to change the colors. This is just using the remote, but you can also download the Govee app, which gives you a lot more control over the choice of lighting colors and how you want them, for example like flashing, pulsating, things like that. I do have some more lights that I want to add in, but I just wanted to get my speakers back on so I could work out where the cables were going to go for them before I add in any more lights and need to cable manage those. Because one of the things with my previous desk setup, I hadn't really cable managed anything because I knew I was changing PC and I knew I was going to be messing about with my desk, so I didn't want to waste loads of time cable managing to then have to redo it again. So these little Pebble speakers, again, they're another Amazon find. They was a bargain and they work really well, and having this little shelf here helps have something to tuck a lot of wires behind anyway. When it comes to cable managing, I am more of a kind of just hide it out of the way person. But as you can see on that little shelf, I have this little clip from Ikea, which is also great for sticking on any cables that you're not always using. So for example, I have my phone charger clipped onto there, so it's always on the surface of my desk and I haven't got to go rooting around for it. I then added back on this Ikea desk shelf. Again, this was a great little find from Ikea. I really like how this kind of separates my desk a little bit from the rest of the room and creates this more cozy space. I pop lots of decorative bits on here, and I also use my desk for work as well as chilling and gaming at, so it's a little spot where I can pop bits and pieces that I'm using for work as well. Again, this clamps on to the desk, so it's really easy to take on and off if you are like me and end up changing up your desk setup. Now it was time to put my PC back in. I'm not sure if I showed you my computer in the last video because I only recently purchased this, so I might have still had my old computer in the last video, but I purchased this gaming PC from PC Specialist. I would highly recommend them. If you're not comfortable building your own PC, it's great that you can go on their website and choose all the pieces that you want in your PC build, and they will just build it for you. They've been really great when it comes to customer service as well. I had a little issue and they resolved it super quick and super efficiently. And then yeah, they're really helpful if you want to upgrade any parts as well, so you have that option in the future. So then it was time to just come back and pop a few more bits back on my desk before I went in and show you guys a bit of a desk haul. I'm going to say desk haul, it's more decorative haul, but I did buy a few more bits, so I thought I would include it in the video. But I'm just popping my desk mat back on to begin with, my keyboard, mouse and microphone, and then I thought I would pop a little candle and some flowers over. I wanted to make this space a bit more decorative and a bit more of a nicer space to chill at. Like I said, I use it for work and gaming or chilling at, so it was nice to add in some little cozy decorative items to make it feel a little bit more fun. I then found these little gold, they're like little micro LED lights on a gold string. I want to say string, it's not a string, it's a wire, and I thought that these would look really cool behind the pegboard because you could very easily hide them. So I've popped the battery pack on the shelf, and then I threaded the gold wire through one of the holes, and then I'm just using some glue dots simply to stick that wire down, and then this fitted perfectly around the entire edge of the pegboard, so it just goes all the way around the inside, and then they give off a really nice warm glow. And I quite liked this, although they don't necessarily match the strip lights or the LED lighting. It gives off a little bit more of a warm cozy effect, which I quite liked, and it was really simple to apply. Like I said, I'm just sticking these on with some glue dots, and then all the wire is hidden behind the pegboard. I love that look. I hate seeing wires dangling or trailing, or you've got to kind of just run a wire along somewhere to plug it in. I loved that these were battery operated and that we could fully hide everything. So once I had got them all attached on, this is what it looks like in daylight with a main light on, obviously because I'm filming, but this is what it looks like in the evening. They give off such a bright light, but it's that nice warm cozy vibe. So when I'm sitting here of an evening gaming, it just gives off all those chill vibes. Like I said, I did have some other lighting that I wanted to add in, which are these light bars that I picked up from B&M. Before we go in and apply them, I do have a few other things to show you, but these say £12 on them. They were only £10 when it came to scanning them, so I thought, are they going to be a little bit naff? Are they going to be worth a tenner? But I thought I would buy them and give them a go, and I have to say they're okay. They're not amazing. Light wise, they do give off a really nice light, but there's a few little features that I would change if I could. I did also go into Primark and grab a new cushion for my chair. Whilst I was in Ikea, I grabbed a throw for my desk just because I have this whole green and cream brownie beige vibe going on, and the green matched my desk perfectly, so I thought I would grab that. I wanted to add in some more little florals in the vase that I popped to the side of me, and then another little candle holder. I have a couple of these. I just really like the colour of them. I like having a few candles on around my desk. Another green item that I found in Ikea was this little candle. I really like these little glass jars. They come in as well. I end up keeping them for various things. I picked up these little crates in Primark as well, and I'm going to pop them on the side of my desk under that black shelf thing, just because I do printed logos that you put on clothing for work, and when I've got loads left over that I'm not ready to put on the clothing, I need somewhere to pop them just for like a day or two. So these little trays will be great for that, and it'll probably come in handy for little craft bits and things like that too. I did also buy a new pot for my string of pearls. I did show this string of pearls plant in my last video, and she was tiny. She has grown so well, so needed a bigger pot, so we've upgraded that. And then there I'm just popping those little crates on underneath, and I've not popped anything in them because, like I said, I feel as though I'm going to use these for different things depending on what I'm doing. If I'm working at my desk, they'll be handy to pop work bits in, but I do also do lots of craft bits as well, so they'll be handy for that. This was the candles lit, and it gives off all the cozy vibes, so I really loved how that was looking. You can see my dog sleeping there in the background as well, bless him, he is so cute. So then it was time to unbox those LED light bars. So let's bear in mind that these were only £10. I'm all for a good bargain. So if you are looking to add lighting to your setup but you're on a budget, I would recommend them. Now you get two, which I thought was again great for only £10. You don't have to use these with your computer. You could use these behind your TV or any other areas that you might want to illuminate. They do have separate wires, which I thought was a bonus, that they're not connected, because I know I have seen things like this before, like with speakers as well. It bugs me in a way that they're connected. I would actually rather be able to plug two in separately. But yeah, they're separate wires, so you don't have to put them close to each other. You can have them as far away as you want. The stands do come off, so you can have them horizontal or vertical. And then the remote does work for both of them. So you just point the remote at what light you want to control, and it picks up the signal and controls that light. So if you've got them really close together, it might be a little bit finicky, but I have them either side of my monitor, and I just have to make sure I'm pointing at that right direction. So first of all, I did pop one horizontal behind my monitor and one vertical at the side, and I just didn't like how it looked, so I switched it up and put them both so they're vertical at the side of my monitor, and I really love how it illuminates the space. It doesn't look too great here, it looks a little bit too bright, but that's because I had another light on trying to capture how the lights look, but it's a bit more soft and subtle than this. I like that I can put them as different colours to my strip lights that I've got underneath. So I went for a purple on my strip lights and then a yellow on those little light bars, so I really liked that. It does bug me. One of the things that bugged me about them was they don't stay the colour that you set them to when you turn them off. So they have flashing, pulsating effects as well. When you turn them on, they instantly just go into a flashing mode of all the different colours. So you then have to, every time you effectively turn them on, choose the colour that you want them to be on, which I did find a little bit annoying. And I suppose that's why when you pay a little bit more and go for things like the RGB lights, when you turn these back on, they remember that the colour that they were left on before turning them off, if that makes sense. So that's a little bit of a bonus, I suppose. But anyway, this was the finished look. So we added in some new legs, some new little cozy decorative bits, and some new lighting as well. And I feel as though it was only a small change, but it made such a big difference. I enjoy chilling at this space even more so than what I did before, just especially of all the more candles and the more lights really create a nice atmosphere, whether it be during the day or at night time. And I love the lights. I can pair up the lights on my computer and have everything in sync or contrasting whatever vibe I'm going for. And then I also love this little space at the back of me now as well. So if you did enjoy today's video, I have also left a little clip of my sleeping dog as well, who's often beside me. Here he is, just come in from his walk, still wearing his coat, bless him. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you did, as this is just something new I've started for fun, but I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, please do hit that subscription button. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye.